Greetings, Earthlings, and welcome to Thursday. Today is July 10th, and we are in another segment of Food for Thought where I like to give you mindful bites of mental nourishment. I hope your day is going well. Just one more day. Hang in there. The weekend is almost here. So let's dive right into this segment of Food for Thought. July 10th, and it's from my favorite book, Acts of Faith. A woman is the intuitive perception of truth reflected as love in the soul. Charles Fillmore. The following is a list of adjectives used by a group of 100 men to describe women. A woman is a bitch, a liar, fickle, hard to please, a sneak, a credit wrecker, a pain in the ass, a mother, a helpmate, God's gift to man, weak, stupid, here to serve man, nothing without a man, a sexual object, a tease, something I don't want to have anything to do with, spiritual, nice to have around, a tax deduction, greedy, a heartache, a heartbreaker, capable of anything, low down and dirty, frightened, jealous, too mouthy, angry most of the time, confused, sweet, nice to look at, hard to handle, my mother, a fool who thinks she's smarter than men, my best friend, a gossip monger, able to make it in the white man's world, a welfare recipient, too emotional, unsure of herself, the reason I work 2 jobs. 47 of the men were in long-term loving relationships. Damn. That's bad. Even men loved and admired their fathers. 11 men loved and admired their fathers. 43 admired their mothers. A woman is a mind thing. Whatever is in my mind, I will find in a woman. Wow. The crazy part about it is all of those things that a woman has been called are true. It just depends on who you're talking to. And it's not just from other men, even though that's a survey that was done by 100 men. I think the sad part about it to me is how many men that were actually married. And it said in loving relationships, but it's not very inspiring. It doesn't make me, as a single woman who has never been married, it doesn't make me want to go run and, go down the aisle because, and these are things I already know, I know the dynamics of a relationship. I always wish that we could really figure out a way to co-create together and coexist together without continuing to recognize each other's differences. I've said this to people that I've dated. More recently, my ex, I said, like, we already know our opinions of each other as a species, like literally meaning men versus woman, if it has to be a versus thing. But it just always feels like a competition. And when you look at those podcasts about relationships, it's always like, well, why are women like this? Well, why are men like this? And women do this and men do that. How long are we going to do that? Okay, so the bottom line, especially in the African American community, we know we all fucked up. We know that. So what are we going to do about it? Are we going to keep saying, well, you're fucked up As a woman, you're fucked up. As a man, you're fucked up. Are we going to do that? We going to keep doing that? That's not getting us anywhere. Me highlighting a man's differences or weaknesses from my perception and vice versa, that doesn't help us. It just keeps feeding the problem. It keeps giving energy to the problem. It's time for us to start coming up with solutions, because we can be very powerful if we figure out how to truly work together. So I hope this resonates with you. Please tell me what you thought about that, because that was a lot of words to describe what men think of women. And for some men, one of them words is true. A lot of them words are true based on what it said. So we got to start changing the narrative of how we treat each other, how we view each other. We really do. It's up to us. So I hope this helps someone. Please, I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Leave it in the comments below. If you have not already, subscribe to this channel and be on the lookout for my new podcast that I'm starting. Thank you and have a great Thursday. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.